What if the next truck you drive could actually think ahead of the road, adjust itself for fuel savings, and reduce driver fatigue before you even realize it's happening? The all-new 2027 Kenworth T680 Next Gen isn't just another long-haul semi rolling onto American highways. It introduces digital mirrors instead of traditional glass, predictive driving technology that reads terrain before you reach it, and one of the most advanced driver environments ever placed inside a sleeper truck. But here's the real question drivers across the industry are asking right now. Is this truly the smartest truck ever built for long-haul America, or just another high-tech upgrade hiding real compromises? Let's find out. For decades, Kenworth has built its reputation around one core philosophy, designing trucks not just for fleets, but for the drivers living on the road every single day. And with the T680 Next Generation Sleeper, that philosophy enters an entirely new era. This truck isn't simply a redesign of the previous model. It represents Kenworth's flagship vision for modern highway transportation, combining efficiency, safety, and long-distance comfort into one technology-focused platform. Built primarily for owner-operators and major U.S. fleets, the T680 Next Gen targets drivers who spend thousands of miles crossing states week after week. From the outside, the truck immediately looks more refined. The hood is narrower, airflow moves cleaner around the cab, and nearly every exterior surface has been shaped to reduce drag and improve fuel economy. In fact, aerodynamic improvements alone can deliver measurable fuel savings compared to earlier generations, something that directly impacts profitability in today's fuel-sensitive trucking market. Step inside, and the transformation becomes even clearer. Instead of a traditional analog workspace, drivers are greeted by a fully digital cockpit centered around a massive customizable display and Kenworth SmartWheel control system. Nearly every major function, from cruise control to vehicle data, sits directly at the driver's fingertips. But with so much innovation packed into one truck, expectations are higher than ever. Does all this technology actually improve life on the road? Or does modernization come with trade-offs drivers only discover after real miles? That's exactly what we're about to explore. This is where the T680 Next Gen truly begins separating itself from traditional highway trucks. At first glance, the redesigned exterior feels subtle, but every change serves a purpose. Integrated air dams, chassis fairings, and smoother airflow management systems help squeeze every possible mile from each gallon of fuel. Predictive cruise technologies even adjust speed automatically based on upcoming terrain, allowing the truck to coast or accelerate intelligently across rolling highways. And over long distances, efficiency like this matters, but the real revolution happens inside the cab. The fully digital dashboard transforms the driving experience into something closer to an aircraft cockpit. Drivers can customize layouts depending on driving conditions, simplified nighttime views for reduced distraction, or detailed performance data during demanding routes. Kenworth's Smart Wheel system keeps critical controls within reach, meaning fewer distractions and less physical strain during extended drives. Over hundreds of interstate miles, small ergonomic improvements translate into noticeable reductions in fatigue. Then comes the safety technology. Advanced driver assistance systems bring adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, autonomous emergency braking, and torque-assisted steering into daily operation. These systems constantly monitor traffic and lane position, subtly assisting rather than replacing the driver. The result is smoother highway stability and less steering correction during crosswinds or heavy traffic. But the most talked about feature is easily the digital vision mirror system. Traditional side mirrors are replaced with aerodynamic cameras feeding high-definition displays inside the cab. Visibility improves dramatically in rain, darkness, and tight maneuvering situations, while simultaneously reducing drag and improving fuel efficiency. Still, this level of automation raises an important question. When technology begins assisting nearly every aspect of driving, does it truly simplify the job or change it entirely? Because real answers only appear once the truck hits the highway. And this is where expectations either collapse or get completely redefined. Out on the open highway, the difference becomes noticeable almost immediately. Once adaptive cruise engages and predictive systems begin managing speed, the truck feels less reactive and more intentional. Hills approach, power delivery adjusts smoothly. Traffic slows, braking happens earlier and more controlled. Instead of constantly correcting inputs, the driver begins supervising the drive rather than fighting it. After hours behind the wheel, fatigue reduction becomes the biggest surprise. Torque-assisted steering stabilizes the truck against crosswinds, while lane-keeping support reduces those constant micro-adjustments drivers normally make during long hauls. Over a full workday, that difference becomes massive. Then comes the turning point. The digital vision mirrors fundamentally change awareness. Blind spots shrink, nighttime visibility improves, and backing becomes more predictable thanks to camera tracking views. But adaptation takes time. Your instincts still want to glance at physical mirrors, yet now your awareness lives on digital screens. Some drivers immediately love the futuristic clarity. Others need miles before trust replaces habit, and that divide reveals something important. The T680 Next Gen doesn't just upgrade performance, it changes what driving a semi-truck feels like. So now the real question emerges. Is trucking ready for a machine that actively assists, predicts, and supports driver decisions? Because the final verdict answers exactly that. After examining design, technology, efficiency, and real-world usability, one conclusion becomes clear. The 2027 Kenworth T680 Next Gen isn't trying to be the loudest or most aggressive truck on the highway. It's trying to be the smartest working truck built for modern American logistics. Its strengths are undeniable. Improved aerodynamics support fuel savings, advanced safety systems reduce long-haul fatigue, and digital innovations show where commercial trucking is heading next. For owner-operators covering massive annual mileage, efficiency gains alone can translate into meaningful long-term profitability. But it won't suit everyone. Drivers who prefer mechanical simplicity may find the technology-heavy cockpit overwhelming at first. Camera mirrors and automation introduce a learning curve that traditional drivers must adapt to. And that's exactly why this truck matters. In today's U.S. trucking market, shaped by fuel costs, safety demands, and driver shortages, trucks like the T680 Next Gen are defining the future standard. Advanced driver assistance is quickly moving from optional luxury to everyday necessity. So who is this truck best for? Long-haul owner-operators, technology-focused fleets, drivers prioritizing comfort, safety, and efficiency over old-school driving feel. If you want tradition, this truck may feel like a leap. But if you want to see where trucking is going next, the T680 Next Gen makes a powerful argument that the future has already arrived. Now we want to hear from you. Would you trust a semi-truck packed with this much technology on your daily runs? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed this review, and subscribe for more deep-dive truck breakdowns every week. Because the future of trucking isn't coming someday. It's already rolling down America's highways.